The Yellowstone fires of 30 some years ago they offer a really interesting lesson in terms of fire management, and I think it's a sort of like deeper metaphor for the world. So basically, fire management previous to these massive wildfires was to put out every fire that occurred, and in effect they were treating Yellowstone National Park as a park. So they would put out every fire. What this created was a sort of accumulation of kindling in the park. And so what it meant was that, you could put out the first fire, the second fire, you could put out the 10th fire. The problem is that 11th fire, the one you can't put out for some random reason, it's too big. You had a dry spell for a month, and lightning struck here and you couldn't access that area. But whatever random reason creates the fire that you can't put out, it is going to be not the same as the second fire. It's going to be 100 or 1,000 times worse, which these Yellowstone fires were. And so they learned the lesson, which is that you actually have to let these fires burn. You have to allow a natural cycle of fires burning out various regions. And that creates nutrients, new trees can grow. Now it's going to take decades for them to be as great as the trees that were already there. So you're sort of losing something, but this is a natural cycle. There's not a kindling buildup in the rest of the forest. You can sort of, manage the fire. That is, protect the hotel at Old Faithful, protect some man-made things, but allow it to burn. And that means that tens of thousands of wildlife are going to die. That means that wonderful trees are going to burn up. And that's very sad. But you have to be cruel only to be kind. In order to make sure that the whole thing doesn't go up in flames, you need to do this. And I wonder if you can think in this way of the endless complexity, this complexity, which is a sort of kindling for the one day that it's all going to go up in flames catastrophically. And maybe that's what we're seeing. You're just creating a complex society with this deep contradiction of the next fire is going to be worse.